Hey there, folks. Me again, Brandon Wenzel, doing another little review from inside my car. People seem to enjoy the one I did for the Wendy's breakfast, so I figured that I might as well do a few more of these. I've actually got a few that I've already recorded that I just need to figure out how to upload because for whatever reason they're being a huge pain in the ass. I don't know why. So hopefully this one will be easier for me. Maybe the car is the key to this whole situation. Maybe that's what screwed me up with the other ones because I did them from inside my house. But yeah, so this is one where I waited for this to be a thing because I was aware of this product, but I hadn't been able to find it, and I finally found it. I just got off work. And I stopped by a gas station by my house, and they happened to have it. And I wanted to drink it right then and there because I'm very thirsty. Working does that to me. I work with paints and solvents and dust in the air and everything, so yeah, I can generally use a good drink when I get off of work. And not not even like the alcoholic kind, like you might think. Like I just need something to get the crap and awful, push it further down inside me, which is probably terrible. But that's what you do. Gotta make money. Hopefully I have no plans to monetize any of this crap because why would I? Who would pay money to see me do this stuff? But who knows? Maybe it could be a thing if I actually try to do things and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, the product in question that I'm going to be trying today, Dr. Pepper and cream soda. Now, I am very interested in this because I love Dr. Pepper. I mean, who doesn't? It was established in 1885. It's over 100 years old. Okay, this thing was over 100 years old before I was born. Okay, it had a whole year to get to me before it turned 101, when I kicked around anyway. So, I love Dr. Pepper. I love pretty much every iteration of Dr. Pepper that they've done. The vanilla, they had like vanilla, they have the cherry, obviously the standard. I know they had like one or two other ones at different points. They also had the berry, last year as part of like a promotional thing. That was pretty good too. But yeah, so I love Dr. Pepper. Definitely one of my favorite sodas. And I also love cream soda. Cream soda is fantastic when it's good. When it's bad, it is very, very not good. For me, at least, cream soda is one of those things where it is completely hit or miss. It is either one of the best things that I can drink, or it is just one of those things that I'm literally just putting inside myself because I need fluid to keep everything running. And thankfully, I'm at the point in my life where I very rarely have to make those distinctions. I usually just go over there and get whatever cream soda I would like. But I usually don't. I actually don't drink nearly as much soda as I used to. If I keep doing these, I will definitely do more soda. But it's actually, again, it's way more rare than it used to be. Like, because I grew up on soda. I was part of that last generation where, or maybe, just, maybe it was just some parenting errors and not necessarily on my entire generation. But I was raised on soda, and I mean, like, I would drink it like water. And it wasn't until like really like my mid-20s where it was like, it was starting to, destroy my teeth, and, I was just, obviously it's not good for you. So now I've dialed it back considerably, and it's one of those things where, if I'm at work, maybe I'll have one. If I go to the grocery store, if there's something interesting, I'll buy something. But usually if it's just the standard stuff, unless I just kind of have a taste for something, but usually I'll just go for the single bottles, like with this one. Though to be fair, if this ain't good, if I can go over there and find a 12-pack, I might be willing to go over there and do that. But yeah, so yeah, this was just one of those things where I saw the opportunity to do it, and it was there, and then, here I am right now, so I figured, why not? But I do love Dr. Pepper, I do love cream soda, and I would imagine it's going to be a good combination, because I imagine it would be almost like vanilla Dr. Pepper. That's my thinking, because cream soda is sort of a vanilla-y flavor. But we'll have to see. And I'm definitely excited, and we'll see how it goes. And there's some stuff riding on this, because I have some emotional attachment to Dr. Pepper. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try this, and then depending, I'll tell my little story afterwards, because hopefully that makes this a little bit more entertaining, besides me just chugging a little bit of this stuff and then being like, oh, okay. Or maybe not. Maybe it just annoys the crap out of everybody, and that's just what they want to hear. They just want to get right to the whether it's good or not part of it. I don't know. If I post this up anywhere, whether I post my last one to YouTube and on my Facebook, hey, if you watch it, let me know. Would you prefer me, if I want to keep doing these things, would you prefer I just get straight to the point, or do you like that I ramble a little bit? So, we're going to give this a shot. Ooh, fizzy. Oh, man. Sorry about that. That's that freaking crap in my throat. First, we're going to go over there. We're going to take in the bouquet. That's interesting. That definitely smells like Dr. Pepper with some cream soda. The cream soda actually kind of came in first, maybe because it's a little bit stronger of a scent, but, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Excuse me. Okay. Well, it's good. I enjoy it. No two ways about it. It definitely has that Dr. Pepper flavor, which is really key. If you don't have that, why, you might as well just not even call it Dr. Pepper. Gotta be honest, though. It's definitely a little bit different, but I'm not getting a lot of the cream soda flavor. It could be in part because it's pretty cold. I had it out. Yeah, obviously I grabbed it from freezer in the gas station, and it's like 25 degrees. Granted, I've got the heater still on a little bit. I wonder if it were warm, because I'm tasting the cold. Even though you can't actually taste the cold, you feel the cold, but, maybe if it were warmer, I would taste a little bit more subtlety. I'm going to give it one more go and kind of see if I can pick up more. Because, well, yeah, there's definitely something different to it, but I'll be entirely honest. If someone were to go over there and just hand this to me, and replace the wrapper with just a standard Dr. Pepper thing, if I were just drinking it casually, I don't know how much, I might notice it, but I might not, because it's not like a real strong flavor there. It's there. It kind of hits at the start, and then it becomes more Dr. Pepper pretty quickly. So there is something different. It does definitely taste a little bit different than standard Dr. Pepper, but, comparing it to, Dr. Pepper with cherry, Dr. Pepper is a really strong flavor, whatever the fuck it is. It's, they've got their whole thing where it's, and people have said that, it's supposed to be, plum flavored or whatever, but I've also heard things disputing that and saying that, no, there's no specific, flavor profile that it's supposed to have. It was just kind of them working on things, and then they got to a flavor that people seem to enjoy. But I don't know. I wasn't around in 1885 when they established it. So, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it's still good. Like I said, I gotta be honest, I hate that it isn't more special. And like I said, going back to the Dr. Pepper cherry thing, when you drink that, there isn't like a huge cherry flavor because Dr. Pepper is really kind of leading the way. But you get sort of that edge of cherry, which gives it, it's definitely making me a little bit burpy. With this, though, you get more of it at the start, and then it becomes the Dr. Pepper, at least for me. And the only problem with that is that, it doesn't linger enough to really have that much of an effect, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's still good. It's not as special as I was hoping for, which is a shame because I really had high hopes for this. And going to my story about Dr. Pepper, I have like one emotional attachment story to Dr. Pepper, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. When I was about 9 or so, I went to go visit my grandparents who live in Alabama. They'd moved there about a year prior into a house that my grandfather built literally from the ground up. Cleared the land, dug the foundation, wrote up the blueprints, whole damn things. My grandpa just super mega awesome. Like, I can't, the guy can do whatever he wants. He's just easily, it is freaking 90s, and he still could probably kick the shit out of every person I know at once. So I was down in Alabama for part of the summer, and it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. I caught a whole bunch of grasshoppers. My relatives who were down there, my grandpa had a whole bunch of rifles and stuff like that. He had a huge tract of land. So you go over there and he'd, shoot at targets in the backyard and stuff like that. I got to do it a couple of times, but I wasn't very good because I was 9, or I'm just terrible at it. Either or. I'm sure there are 9-year-olds. I know for a fact there are 9-year-olds who are phenomenal at it. You see like videos and stuff of them. I was not one of those kids. But maybe if I tried, longer, I would have gotten better. Anyway. So, thing was, there wasn't that much to do at the time. They lived in a very rural area, didn't have cable or anything set up because, like I said, they'd only moved in like a year prior. The house was still a work in progress. The property was still pretty, it was a full house and everything. It had, but there were things that needed to be done. And to me being 9, I mean, it was fun catching grasshoppers and toads and things like that. But at a certain point, it was kind of like, okay, you want little creature comforts from home. And, we rented movies and we did stuff. One of the things, though, that for me has always stuck out was that, the fridge, was a shared fridge by not only myself, my grandparents, my uncle, my mom was there, my cousins were there. It was a lot of people staying there for this trip because, they're all the way down in Alabama. We don't see them all that often. And, people would just kind of grab whatever. And I'm pretty sure at that point I was the youngest person there. And at one point, and I don't know, I think I was talking with my mom about it, maybe. I forget who it was, but I was talking with somebody about it. And one of the things that, for me that I had wanted was some Dr. Pepper, because I really like Dr. Pepper. But it wasn't anything that anybody else was really all that into. So it wasn't like I was begging for it and it wasn't being given. It was just one of those things where I mentioned that I wanted some and, kind of missed it. And what ended up happening was, after I'd made mention of that, my grandparents, when they went out to go to the store, I believe it was my grandmother, but I could be wrong. Might have been my mom. Someone in the family, but I think it was my grandma. Went over there and specifically got me. This is before they had like 12 packs now that they do now. But she went over there and got me a couple of 6-packs of Dr. Pepper that were specifically just for me. You know, these were Brandon's Dr. Pepper because I was getting unintentionally shafted. It wasn't, anything that anyone was actively doing to me, but it was just one of those things, being that I was 9, there were just a lot of times when things would just be out, and, it was like, oh, well, I'd have to wait for people to go to the store and stuff, and I just wasn't kind of getting some of the things that I was hoping for. Though, it does beg mentioning, like, my grandma, phenomenal cook, cornbread, all kinds of, oh, God. So anyway, but that was just a very cool little thing that, whether it was my grandmother or my mother or, whoever it was who went over there and did that for me, because I do apologize, 9 was this big. But that always stuck with me. It's just being one of those very cool things that, I really do appreciate. So, to my grandmother and mom and, that whole side of the family, I love all of you. For whoever it was who went over there and got me the Dr. Pepper, still appreciate it to this very day. And although they didn't have Dr. Pepper with cream soda when I was 9, if they had and you'd gotten it for me, I would have appreciated it just as much as the normal stuff, because this is pretty close to that, and it's good. So, still tastes mostly like normal Dr. Pepper, but it's still good. So anyway, that's my review for Dr. Pepper with cream soda. Definitely went longer than I had intended. Give it a shot. Maybe, you'll take away more of the cream soda than I did personally. If nothing else, if you enjoy Dr. Pepper, you won't be disappointed. I'll say that much. So yeah, just, go ahead, give it a shot if you feel inclined, and, give the fine folks of, I don't know who owns Dr. Pepper. Oh, okay, apparently Dr. Pepper is the Dr. Pepper and 7-Up. Sure, go ahead and give them a few bucks for this, because it's worth it. So, that's all I have to say. To all you folks out there, this part got cut off at the end of my last video because for whatever reason my phone, which I do this on, it cuts off a little bit after like a half hour, which I'm fine, but the end of that where it cut off basically was just me saying, hey, all you folks out there have a phenomenal, not only day, today is Saturday, so enjoy your weekend. I don't know if this will be uploaded by then, but excuse me. And even beyond that, just have a great fucking life. Like, seriously. Unless you suck. If you suck, then don't have a great life. Have a life of hardship that hopefully fucking teaches you a goddamn lesson so you can go over there and make some better decisions, and then hopefully you won't suck, and then hopefully you can start having some great days. And if you never reach that point, then just hope your life is awful. I'm sorry. I'll be petty in this one instance. But for the other 98% of you folks, not only who see this, but just, out into the ether, I really do hope that you folks have a great day, whether it's with Dr. Pepper and cream soda or not. Just keep kicking that ass, folks. So, have a good one, and that's my video. Ha!